Hey guys, this is NDM here, bringing you another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. Link swinging his sword like an axe-wielding maniac from a slasher film. Right, so yeah, you can really swing his sword really fast if you keep tapping the X button on the keyboard. But I'm not going to record a long episode today. This episode is probably going to be at least about maybe 10, 7, 8, 9 minutes long. It's not going to be a long video, because my ear's kind of hurting. I got a really bad earache. It's not one of those, normal earaches. It's one of those earaches that actually hurt. It's even hurting the back of my neck. Like when I go to bend my neck forward, it really hurts at the back of my neck. And down my throat, it hurts in my throat as well. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with my ear. It's just hurting everything around the head area. Apart from the top of my head, my forehead. It's not hurting my forehead. It's just hurting, like, the bottom part of my head. Like, the neck, the mouth, the inside of my mouth, and my ear, obviously. There's a locked door here. See if you can find a key to open it. But tomorrow I'll have to get some painkillers to get rid of that, because if that's gonna stay there for, well, it's been there with me all week. This earache has been there with me all week since Friday. That's when I started to develop the symptoms of this earache from an extraordinary magnitude. Do you see that lever there? I think you should be able to pull it. Just stand in front of it and press R to grab it, and then press the D-pad down to pull. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it. And I'll bring out a bridge, yes. You shall pass, not you shall not pass. Alright, so we'll be grabbing some mushrooms here. You have to use the mushrooms a lot in this dungeon. There are rooms scattered all over the place where you have to use mushrooms to jump over huge gaps like that. But there are some mushrooms that are out of reach, but you'll only be able to get those out of reach mushrooms once you've got the dungeon item. And also, if you notice that my commentary starts to get a bit kerfuddled, it's because of my ear as well, because I'm like a bit distracted. I have a can of Coke right next to me to kind of put the pressure back down. Wow, look at the size of that barrel. Oh right. How silly of me. It's not big, we're just small. Yes, we're puny earthlings. We have come to abduct your home world, and we are going to take you back to our spaceship where we can anal probe you and make living things inside your anus come out of your anus, so then you give birth to those living things, and then those living things become parasitic demonic creatures that will take over Earth and then eat all the penguins, because apparently the penguins have something to do with this as well, and then the penguins develop death rays that can annihilate all of these parasitic demons and rid the world of all these parasitic demons, and then save the world and all of humanity. Wow, hey, be careful, my lad, the barrel just moved. Well, of course it did, because we just burnt all those vines, which was actually attaching to the barrel, which now enables it to move around. So, yeah, this is a kind of cool little feature here. You can actually run around in the barrel and change the ways, and if you run around the barrel for like the full circulation, you can get different entrances that you can go in through. And there's one here with a cobweb, which we can't really do much of yet, because we don't have anything that can get rid of that cobweb. We don't have a lantern or any fire arrows. We don't have nothing. So, I don't even know if you can get the fire arrows in this game. I know you can get the light arrows, but I don't know if you can get the fire arrows. It'd be kind of weird if you could only get the light arrows, but you can't get the fire or ice arrows. Like, I've never actually found that. Well, on my last playthrough I didn't get the light arrows because I did something wrong, and I hate using these mushrooms. I'm not even slinging myself forward here, I'm just going back. Right, okay, there we go, we sussed it. It's going back and forth then. Right, so I believe this is a dungeon map. Yeah, we got ourselves a dungeon map, and also you can see a heart container down there. Yes, this dungeon, these dungeons in Minish Cap also contain heart containers that you can find throughout the dungeons. Well, not heart containers, heart pieces. Like, heart containers and heart pieces are different. Yeah, you can get heart pieces in dungeons in this game, like you could in Twilight Princess. And I think this was the first game that actually introduced that to the Zelda series. I'm not sure if Four Swords did it on the Game Boy Advance, because there was a Four Swords game on the Game Boy Advance which came with A Link to the Past, so it's like a compilation cartridge. And I have it, actually. I have the compilation cartridge with the 4-sword game built into it. Yeah. And that's what I used to play Link to the Past on my Game Boy. Like, because I don't have it on the Virtual Console, I don't even own it on the actual cartridge for the Super Nintendo. I don't own the actual original copy for it. Once you take hold of something with the R button, use the D-pad to push it or pull it. This is extremely important, so I hope you take pains to remember it. I'm not taking pains, you're not giving me a headache. You're not like Navi, dude. Well, this guy actually isn't as bad as Navi, even though he does talk to you quite a bit. It's not as bad, it's not as annoying as going, hey, or hey, listen, all the time, and then give you something stupid, like some stupid advice that you already know, and you're just like, shut up, Navi, I don't want to listen to you. Especially if you beat the game once, and then you're playing through it again, and then Navi goes ahead and says, oh, we gotta go to Death Mountain and find the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain so she can give you a magic upgrade. It's like, we already know this stuff, you don't need to keep telling me this over and over again. You're like a broken record, going on and on. Over and over again. Right, so let me have a look at my dungeon map here, because this dungeon's actually fairly big for a first dungeon. So, but yeah, the dungeons in this game are generically big anyway. The second, third, fourth, fifth, all of them, they're all huge. It's like Majora's Mask, you know, you only get 4 dungeons in that game, but they're ridiculously long. And the same with Wind Waker as well. There weren't really that many dungeons in Wind Waker, come to think of it. I think actually Wind Waker had just as many dungeons as this game did, surprisingly, and it's a Toon Link game as well, so no coincidence there. Oh damn it, I missed! Doorway missed. Yeah, but what you gotta do, you have to look at the markings on the floor, and I'm not even doing that, I'm just going all over the place here. But yeah, you have to look on the markings on the floor, and then pull yourself back as far as the marking goes, so then you get the full swing. And there's nothing up those stairs, so don't even bother going up there anyway, because you can revisit that room anyway, because basically the rooms that we'll be going to right now will take us into a cycle, and you'll see how the cycle works. It will take us back into that room that we was in where we were just launching ourselves around with the mushrooms. See, look, I'm already stuttering already. It's my ear. I knew it would hurt me as soon as I friggin' put these headphones on. Because I know it's bad without the earache doing the recordings, which it is. Like, my ear hurts without an earache doing the recordings, but now that I actually have an earache, an actual physical earache, it's definitely affecting me. So, I don't even know if I'll be able to do Donkey Kong Country today. So... Just until I get those painkillers, I just need to get some painkillers down me. As soon as I get those, I'll be fine. Yeah, we got ourselves a small key. Sweet. Right. So now we can go up here. As you can see, it was a cycle. We're now back in that room again. So I just jump down here. Got these pots. Get a 5 rupee. Oh, yeah, I want to get that piece of heart. Jeez, don't go missing out on hearts. Here's as much health as you can get, boy. You've only got 3 heart containers. Or 3 units of health. You don't want to go wasting those 3 units of health and then getting a game over. Because you make yourself look like a dumbass. There you got yourself the compass. Alright, so... Like, well, this game, yeah, it just shows you the map. Well, it shows you where all the chests are, shows you where the boss is, you know, the basic Zelda stuff. They only started doing that until the Link's Awakening, surprisingly, because in A Link to the Past, the dungeon map only gave you the overlook of where the boss was and where the big chest was. It didn't give you. I think it did. I'm not even sure if the dungeon map actually showed you where the big chest was, or it was either that or it was either the compass. It was one of those two. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some more key. Right, so we can open that door then. Right. I was worried for a second there. I didn't think I had a small key. Because if we didn't, then we couldn't go in here. But this is where the mini-boss is. A very easy mini-boss, if I must say so myself. But you'll see a lot of these guys in future dungeons. And they won't be mini-bosses, they'll be just regular enemies. So... these guys really aren't that tough. All you got to do is just hit their nose and then go behind their tail and then smack their tail like crazy. So yeah, just turn it into a love heart and then just go slashing it. All that Maddie Pillar wanted, yeah, they call him Maddie Pillars. All that Maddie Pillar wanted was a relationship. He had a love heart at the end of his tail. Right, so we got ourselves the Gust Jar. So now, well, this is the dungeon item. So yeah, and also an item that you won't be using very much in the game, sadly. Like, I can't really think of many times you'll be using this, apart from this dungeon. I think this dungeon is actually the most times you'll use it, and in other dungeons too, but all I do is just find myself using this item only in dungeons. Like, you don't really find yourself using it out in the overworld as such, which is a shame, really, because it's a very cool, unique item. It's actually one of the most unique items in the game that you can get. So, there you got yourself a piece of heart. Just collect just one more to increase your life energy. So we need one more heart container, and we just saw a heart container in this room, funnily enough. And yeah, you can get it, but you can only get it by finding the teleporter. And if you stand on the switch right here, you'll get the teleporter. So now that the teleporter is now activated, you can go to the entrance of the dungeon, and then the teleporter will be there, which will teleport you to this point in the dungeon, so then you can get the heart container. But I'm not going to go all the way back to the entrance of the dungeon. I'm just going to wait until I've actually completed the dungeon, because the boss is right at the entrance of the dungeon, believe it or not. It's like right at the entrance. So I'm just going to wait until I've fully completed the dungeon. Oh yeah, now I can start talking about these things. You've got 10 mysterious shells. And what mysterious shells do, you can use those to buy figurines, and I think I've already mentioned about figurines already. So yeah, that's basically what you use as a currency to obtain figurines. Which I will be getting all of the figurines. At least I'll try to. I haven't done it on my playthrough yet, but I'll have to try my utmost hardest to do it, because it is actually quite hard to get all the figurines. You have to actually plan out when you're going to go there strategically, because you don't want to leave like so many figurines when you're at the end of the game, because by the time you get towards the end of the game, you've already opened most of the chests, and there are a lot of chests in this game that have mysterious shells, and if you have 999 mysterious shells and you go opening a bunch of chests, you can't get those chests back. They'll permanently be obtained. So, and if you have 999 mysterious shells, you can't obtain any more mysterious shells in your pouch. So, you know, you just wasted like 200 mysterious shells, because you can get up to 200 in a chest. It's ridiculous. So if you go missing out on 200 mysterious shells just because you have 999 mysterious shells already in your pouch, then you've just wasted them. Which is not good. So yeah, like I say, you just got to plan out strategically when you're going to go there and when you're not going to go there. So that's what I'm going to do in this LP. I'm just going to go in there, go out, and I'll do episodes as well where I just get figurines and just show you a bunch of figurines that we get in whatever episode that happens to be. Right, so you know what, guys? I'm going to end off the episode here and continue on the next episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play Minish Cap, we pretty much finish up the Deepwood Shrine. Yeah, because we've only got the bottom 4 left to clear out, I believe, and then we're done. Yep. Oh wait, there's a chest in that room over there as well. Huh. Well, I can get that in the next episode too, I guess, because that's not too far away. Right, yeah, so until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take care everybody, see you on my next video, and goodbye.